stage. Moving on to our next subcategory, may I invite on stage our panelists for the Newsnext conference and somebody who I really admire, Dr. Wael Awad, writer and political analyst who's been in various conflict zones, and he's never shied away from sharing the truth despite all threats. And Mr. Naveen Junjunwala, Chief Operating Officer, BBC Global News India, to please come up on stage and do the honors for the next set of awards, which is Best In-Depth Series English. Could we have the shortlisted nominees, please?
There were very good entries when it came to the best in-depth news series category. So the jury agreed that there were two entries which really stood out. One was the entry by India Today TV on Kashmir, and the other was the Reporters Project by CNN IBN. We both felt that some bit of creativity and the sheer amount of people who were interviewed and the kind of the story connect they had was quite unique. That's the reason they were judged as the joint winners for this category.
Can we hear it out loud for CNN IBN and India Today Television, getting the Best In-Depth Series English Joint Award? I have been told by my team that hashtag enba 2015 is now trending on top in Delhi. So go ahead, tweet away. Moving on to our next subcategory, which is Best In-Depth Series Hindi, to be awarded the best coverage of a single subject. It can be a special report, in-depth coverage of a subject, a documentary, or a series that provides background and understanding of a specific news event. Could we have the shortlisted nominees, please?
The whole idea of an in-depth series is to try and get into the bottom of a subject and try and get comprehensive information Ram Raja turned out to be a beautiful program because it was a unique idea, very original in its concept. They tried to get best practices from across the world, and those best practices were all of areas which are very relevant to India at large. Ram Raja just nailed it from the beginning. A really, really good entry.
You heard the jury's verdict. Ram Raja nailed it. ABP News, can we hear it out loud for ABP News? Best in-depth series Hindi.
Turn up the speakers.
Moving on to our next